Hello everybody and welcome to just a quick little video that's going to be a year in review from since when we started up the channel again in 2024. I just kind of wanted to make a little video like this just to try and be as transparent as possible to everybody that's here and hopefully just keep everybody in the loop. So I just want to say first of all, thank you very much. It's been a very exciting year for me, both for myself and for ChazzyBurger, and obviously for all the stuff that's happening on YouTube. It's completely unprecedented. When I first started YouTube 10 years ago,
Okay, hello there, and welcome to ChazzyBurger's tutorial on Dominions 4 Thrones of Ascension.
well, maybe we won't think about that. But when I first started doing it about 10 years ago or so, I never expected this to kind of, kick off as much as it did. I did try with, obviously, with the aforementioned video. Things have certainly changed since then, that's for sure. But no, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. It definitely does mean the world to both me and ChazzyBurger. Just very much blown away with it. So yeah, let's carry on. So this was obviously the first video, the new player tutorial, how things have changed since then. The thumbnails have hopefully gotten better. Let me know if you think there's any sort of specific way I should do them, or if there's something that's a bit more catchy to you, then I'd appreciate that. But yeah, certainly things over the past 365 days, recording this on the 15th of February, a little bit later than I'd planned. I'd hoped to have gotten this out in January, but fortunately been rather busy over the time, barely keeping up with the content schedule, unfortunately, but hopefully we're getting there. As we can see, we've gotten quite a lot of views over the kind of time period. We've got quite a lot of impressions, playthrough rate, everything's great. I mean, you can kind of see just how many people are viewing. This is just the videos as well. We haven't been doing as much as the shorts, and to be fair, it's because the shorts, I feel, take a little bit more time than what they're worth, to be perfectly honest. But if people are enjoying them, and obviously they are a good way of bring new people kind of into the channel, I'll keep them going. It's just that I'm struggling to find the time to record in general at the moment, but keep on trying to do my best, and hopefully we'll continue them out as well. Maybe even taking excerpts from videos. We'll kind of go into it a little bit later on when we come about the editor stuff, but yeah, I just want to give you a little idea of the views. Currently, just now, over the past 365 days, 37,000 hours of watch time, which is incredible. I didn't think anybody would want to listen to me that long, but there you are. We've gained around about 2,000 subscribers. When we started in 2024, we were at around about 300ish or so, and those are old subscribers from obviously back in the day. And then in terms of revenue, I am retiring to the Bahamas, where I'm going to purchase my own island. That's obviously a bit of a fib. I would put up the revenue, but I'm kind of wanting to keep that a little bit private at the moment, so I can maybe be a bit more transparent. Allow me to put it this way, I'm going to have to keep my day job, but it's certainly been appreciated, especially given the current economic climate. It does mean a lot to both me and ChazzyBurger. So thank you very much for all of you who've watched. You've all contributed to that, and especially thank you to the members of the Burger Band. You've been massive help in keeping this going and allow me to invest in certain things, for example, new monitors, certainly new recording equipment, and that sort of stuff, and hopefully keep the quality of the channel going for the future. I just wanted to kind of bring to attention probably the two best videos of the last year, which was the Thug Life video for Dominion 6. That's done really well. It's been out since, I think it was April I made that video. I want to do more deep dives. The issue that I've been having with deep dives is in terms of the scripting, they are taking an awful long time to script out, record, and certainly as I was kind of coming up to the wedding, and now from where we are now, very, very busy for in terms of like trying to get recording done. I'm usually only having maybe like a day to record things, usually at the weekend, and that's when the members might notice that the sort of videos kind of seem to come out very clumped together. That in conjunction with the increase in quality, the rendering times are getting much, much worse than they were before, but that's kind of the price we have to pay for that kind of quality. I mean, everybody knows you want to see Dominions in 4K because you can really tell the difference in those sprite works. But I'm rambling, but no, so that video sounds really well. And surprising enough, this the Soviet Republic video for the 15 Cents Beginner has just shot off massively. Around about December, I started to notice it climb, and it's actually become one of the most viewed videos on the channel. So just want to say thank you very much to all the Soviet Republic people. We'll obviously try and get some more tutorials out as well. I'm trying to script up one thing about Rail, but as I say, I don't have much time to work on that between my own professional job, between my commitments both to ChazzyBurger and our pets, I don't have maybe quite as much time as I'd maybe like to do recording, and certainly struggling a little bit more than I maybe did in previously, but we're going to try and do our best to keep things going forward. So yeah, I just kind of wanted as well to kind of talk a little bit about maybe some sort of skeletons in the closet or sort of overhanging things. So one of them is the Songs of Six series for Menelor. Unfortunately, we'll not be able to continue for Menelor. We've known about this for a little while. So effectively, we stopped at part 20. We'd have a major slave revolt, and I said, right, I'm going to take a little step back and get things sorted out in my head, realize what we're going to do going forward. That's around about the time that me and Mrs. Burger obviously got married last year. So came back, I thought, right, okay, I'll give myself a little bit of time, try and play around. I basically didn't record myself and just tried to play around to see what I could do. You know, just thought I'd try out. Go to launch up the game, and I'm getting a Java error, which I have tried to resolve. Hasn't worked, haven't been able to get it loaded back up. So unfortunately, that save is pretty much dead, especially now that there's been an additional patch that's come out for Songs of Six, which means that unless I try and revert, and if every single time I've tried to revert back to the patch that 4 Menelor will load on, it just does not want to load with my system. I've tried to verify my cache, I've tried to uninstall the game, reinstall it. For whatever reason, I can't get it to work. So I think, unfortunately, 4 Menelor will forever be locked in what was probably going to be a death spiral anyway into obscurity. But hey, that's the shame. Maybe it will never become the great city that it was born to be. But if people are wanting to see more Songs of Six, I know that a lot of people were saying, oh, we wanted to see the Songs of Six, especially in the poll that we did last year around about April. People are interested in that kind of content. Just let me know down in the comments. You know, we can always maybe start something up on a new version. It's changed a bunch of stuff. I've played around with it a little bit in my own time. And if that's something people are interested in, then we can certainly do that. The other series I want to talk about was obviously the Navanger series. Now that kind of stalled a little bit again around about the same time that myself and Mrs. Burger were getting married. Between that time and starting it back up, there was a lot of game changes, and to be quite honest, I never really kind of got back to it, just because I didn't really have the time to sort of sit down, go into a massive war with a mighty AI, and I wanted to make sure I did it right. That led into procrastination, and it kind of went into the dip as well that we saw around about the post-marriage to about November time, where I wasn't particularly uploading a lot of the stuff that I was uploading. Wasn't that much to do with Dominions. We were struggling to get sort of national overviews out, etc. So I'm happy to go back to it. I do want to complete it. I just need to manage my time a little bit better and get back to it. So, and once we get that done, hopefully we'll get the national overview out for it as well. A bit longer than I was planning, but no, we are going to try and go back to it. Hopefully with the changes in versions, it doesn't change up things too much. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Additionally, as well, as some of you may know, we did have a multiplayer game. So we have the multiplayer game with middle-aged Jabalba, which I'm currently trying to edit at the moment. I'll go into some of the issues I'm having with my editing just now, and I'll go into that sort of more in the next slide. But we have the multiplayer game in Jabalba, which we're trying to get out at the moment, and we also have an additional multiplayer game. Some people may have been following Sombra, where we had the Warhammer multiplayer game. Unfortunately, it's not the best multiplayer game. It's not been particularly great from my end. I am happy to put it up if people want it, but it's not the most exciting, unless you really enjoy sitting in a cave for about 30 turns. If anything, it's a good example of how to stay alive, and it's having a giant trampling pretender. But yeah, potentially we'll put that up in the future and we'll kind of see how things go. Now, the main issue that I'm currently having is with my editing software. For those that don't know, the editing software that I use is VSDC, which I have managed to buy the Pro version for, and thank goodness I have, because it does give some hardware acceleration. And I can only thank the Burger Band and everybody who for watching for letting me kind of get that upgrade for it. So in the last year, we've obviously gone from 1080p recordings to up to 1440p and all the way up to 4K. I've managed to do that as I've got additional monitors, because believe it or not, when we first started, I was still working off of a monitor I bought in 2014, which is like a 21-inch monitor. That was 1080p. I'm sure it was state of the art at the time, but even though I'd updated my PC since then, it's like, you know, you should probably actually upgrade to your monitor. One of my friends had said that it was like a granny driving a Ferrari. It's, you know, what's the point in it? But one thing that has come about that is there has been increased processing times that have come from that. unfortunately locked up my computer, so I'm not able to really do anything else while it is processing. If I can work out a way that I can kind of organize it to work, say like overnight, or certainly like while I'm working, then I can get around that. But it might just mean the upload schedule is a little bit more staggered than it is otherwise. Additionally, the other main issue that I'm having is with the 4K files. I'm finding that VDSC is really struggling when it comes to actually editing it. I'm talking lots of hang-ups, I'm talking potential crashes as well. It's been rather frustrating for me when it's come to editing some of the larger things, specifically with the national overview. I've had the Pangea national overview finished for the better part of 2 or 3 weeks now, but it's trying to get it edited up. That is kind of the issue at the moment. We should hopefully get it out very soon. After Pangea, we're going to have a poll as well to see what people want to see next. And then after that, there'll be a surprise one in March, as me and Mrs. Burger are away on honeymoon in March. So I will be stepping away for a couple of weeks just while that happens. But I want to let you know that we'll try and keep the upload schedule going. It might be a little bit lighter on the ground than it usually is, but we'll kind of see how you do. And I'll let you guys stay within the loop as well. So yeah, hopefully that was interesting for you. I just want to say again, thank you very much to everybody who watches, everybody who comments. I know I'm terrible as well when it comes to comments. I do see your comments. I maybe not always reply on them. I do try and reply when I can, but it's just with the busyness of it. I don't always get around to it, but no. Thank you very much for watching. It does mean the world to me. And thank you especially to all the members of the Burger Band. Your generosity is completely unfounded, and the fact that any of you listen to me at all is just a complete surprise to me. But no, I honestly really do appreciate it, and just want to say thank you very much everybody for watching. And hopefully you've made it all the way through this kind of rambling video, but I just thought I'd try and keep you guys in the loop and let you know kind of like what's happening, our thought process. Let us know down in the comments as well what you kind of want to see from the channel in the new year. And, you know, yeah, let's hope 2025 is as good as 2024. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. Till next time, take care.